us. Welcome back, everybody. It's Talkin' Sports. We're previewing everything that's happening in the SEC and around the country. We're brought to you by Birmingham Greyhound Racing. Gates are open, sports parlay contest, and a doubleheader of Greyhound Racing starting today at 2 o'clock, tonight at 7:15. And all of the great signals, all the horse and greyhound tracks from all around the country are available for you to watch, wager, and win. All right, Legend, the SEC slate a little bit light this week, but one game that I'm kind of anxious to see how this team bounces back. We're going to get the first look at the Kentucky Wildcats since their disappointing loss at Texas A&M. They are hosting Vanderbilt. Tough stretch for the Commodores. At Georgia 2 weeks ago, Florida at home last week. Now they go to Kentucky. The Wildcats are 11.5, and you know they're itching to get back out there and play.
Yeah, I like Kentucky in this game. I'm going to go ahead and give up them 10 points and take the Wildcats here. I see you got them at 11. I'd give up 11 here, too. Kentucky with a week off, I feel like they're prepared to get back in this race. And they know if they handle their business, the game against Georgia will be a game that Kentucky hasn't had in 30 or 40 years. It will be a game to go to Atlanta, and that will be huge, win or lose for Kentucky, if they handle their business now.
The other big game in the SEC, of course, and maybe the folks at LSU don't think so because we want Bama. They forgot they got a game before Bama comes to town. Mississippi State, who has been disappointing on offense, but maybe they found themselves in that Auburn game of just saying, you know what, we're just going to pound the ball. We got a huge offensive line. We got a quarterback that can run. LSU fans really kind of giving a little extra incentive to Mississippi State because you know they heard that we want Bama nonsense.
Yeah, here's a game that I want to pick an upset right here. The legend right here, the Pope of college football, going to throw some butter on you right here. Get your money, get your bills paid right here. I like Mississippi State and the upset, ladies and gentlemen. This is what happens when you come off a big game with a team like Georgia. You're all hyped up. Now you're looking at Alabama. The thing about Mississippi State, Jeffrey Simmons, Sweat, these are guys that are going to be first-round draft picks. You got to bring your A game. I think LSU's looking a little ahead, getting caught up in the lights a little bit. Pick the upset here. Mississippi State straight up. Take the 6.5 points, but I like Mississippi State in the upset here on Saturday.
Yeah, Nick Saban was talking about sandwich games. Somebody needs to send him a ham and cheese and say, this is the sandwich game, Nick. They hosted the number 2 team in the country last week. They're going to host the number 1 team next week, and everybody's forgetting about an inconvenient little detail. They got to play the Mississippi State Bulldogs. I think this is going to be a very interesting contest.
Outstanding. That was one of my favorite games on Saturday right here.
It's
the upset, ladies and gentlemen.
Saturday night
Mississippi
game.
State.
That's for sure. Really, there's a lot of teams are off. This game's kind of intriguing, though. Last week, and I'm kicking myself because it was one of the final games on my list, the Memphis Tigers had UCF completely. They had the game, another one that got away. They would have broke that long winning streak for UCF. Now Memphis, in an odd non-conference game, travels to Missouri. You got a close look at Mizzou last week. They're a 7 or 7.5 point favorite stepping out of SEC play. I think it's a dangerous spot for the Tigers.
Yeah, I'm going to take Memphis here. I'm going to call another upset right here. Memphis wins this game head up, but take the 7.5 points. I like this Memphis team. I like what I've seen against UCF. UCF did pull it out, but Memphis showed me they were coming back to the form they had last year. Missouri, I just don't see a lot in Missouri this year. I think they're kind of soft, and I think Drew Lock is not the quarterback this year that he was last year. Take the Memphis, take the points, big winner right here.
And as we predicted, Missouri's defense, not very good.
No.
I thought Missouri didn't embarrass themselves at Tuscaloosa last week. They played hard and did as well as probably anybody could have done. But I just got to think going back home, their couple-game road trip didn't work out very well, losing at South Carolina and Tuscaloosa. And this Memphis team, I think, is for real.
Yeah, I like Memphis. And, again, head up. These are games you look for, because I don't think Missouri can beat this team. I think Memphis is the better team. Take the 7.5, but I do like Memphis in the upset straight up.
Well, folks, you know what's next. Kip's Catastrophes, Legends Losers. We have worked diligently this week. We've already given you a bunch of picks, but we're going to give you our best. Only 2-2 last week. That's not good enough for us.
Not good enough.
We're going 4-0 this week, and if you stick around, If you stick around, we are going to enlighten you on what to run to the window and get before the kickoff today. Back in a minute.